What's going on, guys? ItsRJ here and welcome to the video. In today's video, I will be attempting a Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Nuzlocke using only electric type Pokemon. Now I know what you're thinking, and that's RJ, how the heck are you going to do this? There's barely any electric type Pokemon in this game. I mean, look at the electric type gym leader, Minato. He only has 2 electric types on his team, and he's the electric gym leader. Well, what if I told you that there was more than double the amount than what he uses as the electric gym leader available to us before the national dex? I'd hope that would impress you, and if not, well, at least I tried. Nonetheless, our journey will be difficult, but I have faith in our ability. And so, with that, let's get started. I decided to pick Chimchar as our starter, purely for the fact that that means our rival would be stuck with a Piplup. We also named our rival Andy after someone in chat who said they were going to play along with us. Now, we obtain our Pokeballs and catch our very first Pokemon, which is a Shinx, pretty damn cute. We name it Razzmatazz and we head towards the first town, where we check in on Andy, who wants to fight us. We show him what's what with our Shinx, and took down his water and flying mons with ease. On to Rourke now. We immediately ran into some problems here. Since the level cap was 14 and the only mon at our disposal right now was a Shinx who couldn't evolve, we were really in trouble. He had 2 ground rock types and a pure rock type on his team. And as you know, ground type Pokemon are immune to electric type attack, meaning we couldn't use our stab electric type moves, but we did have bite. However, our first attempt did not go as well as I wanted it to. We got to his final mon Cranidos, but he managed to take us down. So we went back in this time with an attack nature boosted Shinx, who still, after pretty much everything going our way, was unable to beat Cranidos. I feel like you could definitely beat this gym if you tried 20 times and eventually got enough flinches with bite and enough dodges, but for now I decided to raise the level cap by just 1 level, which would allow our Shinx to evolve. Having a Luxio now gave us just the tiniest advantage, which allowed us to finally take down Rourke. Flinch, 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 flinch. Yes! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No! Yes! Woo! By the way, all this is recorded live on Twitch, and chances are if you're watching this video right now, I'm probably live streaming Legends Arceus, so come check us out. With that out of the way, now we could move on to the next round, where we could add the second party member to our team, being a Pachirisu. We named it Sprinkle because, I don't know, it's kind of like a light blue sprinkle, kind of, I don't know. And then we pushed into the Valley Windworks to face Mars. I was quite afraid of what Mars could do, but turns out all her Perugly wanted to do was growl at me, and so we take her down pretty easily. Pushing through Eterna Forest, now we break into Eterna City. My goal was to get here as quick as possible to acquire the Explorer's Kit. RJ, what's so important about the Explorer's Kit? Well, little Tibby, it gives us access to 2 more electric type Pokemon already, bringing our total to 4. First up was an Elekid. Now, I may have spent way too long down in these caves because this damn thing would not spawn. There is a 5% chance that a rare spawn will happen in a dazzling cave. I would have to say we probably went in and out of this room like 50 times just to get one to spawn, but before it did, a Magnemite pops up in another room after I decided to go stretch my virtual legs. After 1.5 hours in the same spot, Magnemite added to the team. Now I nickname him Magneto because Magnet, and finally, as if despite me, I'm waiting for someone to troll me and say, like I leave the room and then someone say, Elekid, you missed it! Elekid! Finally! Far out! Oh, let's go! As soon as we walk into the room next, Elekid spawns. So we catch it and name it Livewire because, you know, it has like tentacle wire things off its butt when it's Electivire. But at least now we're free from the suffering of Elekid hunting. Or so I thought. And you will not believe what our Elekid has on it. For some reason, it knows an egg move, being Fire Punch, which honestly made him invaluable for the whole run, giving us so much extra coverage. I also decided to do a little bit of EV training for Elekid to boost its speed as to outspeed Gardenia's Roserade, and Luxio's attack stack for big bites just in case he was needed. Gardenia was a pushover thanks to Elekid though. The Fire Punch was too goddamn strong, let me say. First Cherubi burnt to a crisp. Next up, the cute little Turtwig had its body singed away. And finally, Roserade, who couldn't handle the litness. All down after just... See you never. With our second gym badge acquired, we're moving on to the next galactic battle. Fighting the next planet boss now, Elekid nearly goes down to an unexpected flamethrower, but just hangs on. So we swap into Razzmatazz to finish the job. It's pretty smooth sailing from here, traveling through Mount Coronet and into Hardhome City, where we are greeted by Andy, who yet again wants to battle, and is crushed, again, brutally. Then, Chad informs me of some bad news, asking me if I know that I need an Electrizer to evolve Electabuzz. Of course I reply yes, but I didn't know how to acquire it. Turns out, we discovered that we need to go find more Elekid. So, on top of Elekid being a 5% spawn rate, he also has a 5% chance of having an Electrizer on him. Meaning that overall, we have a 0.25% chance of that situation unfolding. Needless to say, I was a little excited because this kinda did take a very long time. But at least we had it now. Now walking into Veilstone City, we are reminded that there are in fact different outfits in this game, which is really cool. We grab the electric Pikachu outfit because it makes the most sense, right? We're doing a monotype electric run, it makes sense. Let's go. With new drip acquired, I think we're now prepared to tackle our next gym. Since the level cap for the next two gyms stays at 30, I elect to tackle the water gym first, since we have the type advantage. It is a little out of order and a little bit extra time consuming, but I thought it was worth the invest. Since we're down here now, we can make our way up to the Pokemon Mansion, where we can in fact catch our next electric type Pokemon, the mascot mouse himself. Pikachu? Well, this one's actually a girl, but you get it. We named it Prism, and now it's time to face the third gym leader. Crash Awake, let's be honest, do we really have to spend time on this? A water primary? Come on, bruh. Firstly, Gyarados was not a problem at all. Since it was 4 times weak to electric types, you know what happened. Out comes Quagsire, the only thing I was really worried about, but I had taught Grass not to Pachirisu, so it went down pretty easy. Finally, Floatzel came out now, and it went down in to Electabuzz's Thunder Punch. Now we're running straight to Maylene. Gym Battle 4, let's go. I knew a few of her mons had some scary moves, like Equake, so I decided now was the perfect time to evolve Electabuzz. Also taught it Psychic for some coverage. Maylene leads with a Meditite, who gives me a chance to firstly charge and raise my stats, and then one-shot it with a Thunder Punch. Machoke is in next, who knows Bulldoze, which is very scary, so it could have been pretty deadly. But thanks to the foresight of teaching Psychic, it goes down in one shot. Finally, Lucario out now is one-shotted as well with the power of Flame Punch. Heading up the mountain now through what is probably the worst route in Pokemon history, I tried to dodge as many encounters as I possibly could, but I'm pretty sure we ended up doing all of them. We arrive in the town to come face to face with the Sonic Man. This guy just keeps talking while I think about how close we are to getting a Magnezone. Men only think about one thing and it's disgusting. Big and bulbous Magnezones. When he finally stops talking, I head into Mount Coronet and evolve it. Learning Flash Cannon now is a massive dub for our coverage here. And would you look at that, we're at Gym 5, which is not too difficult either. Her first mon is a Drifblim, which is part flying and therefore weak to my big Thunderbolt. Gengar is in next and he tried to confuse me, but I hit him through all of my confusions 3 times, knocking him down to red as she continuously healed him. But since we'd lowered his special defense, he went down. Finally is Miss Magius, who goes down to a Thunderbolt from Magneto, giving us badge number 5. Before we can tackle the next gym, we pay a quick visit to Andy, just to check in on him, you know, and he's doing good, so I decide to roll him and he's all upset. But it's time for the Steel Gym. The Steel Gym was indeed very daunting to me, because a lot of the mons have good coverage against my team, having a lot of ground and rock type moves. It is kinda scary. But, yet again, my foresight is insane, and since I had thought to teach Magnezone Magnet Rise, it made it completely immune to all ground-type moves. The Bronzor is where I set it up, and proceed to kill it with a Thunderbolt. Steelix was the scary one with his Equake. If it hit, it would surely one-shot Magneto, since he was quad weak to it. But this strategy was the best chance I had, and not losing a single mon. Since it was unable to use Equake, it chose to just spam Electric Fang, which didn't phase Magneto at all, allowing me to slowly chip away at him with Tri-Attack, and occasionally restarting my Magnet Rise. This leads to its defeat, and finally the physical wall that is Bastiodon appears. At this point, Magneto was not in any usable condition whatsoever, So we had to swap out to Luxray to do the rest of the fight, who managed to take it down finally with a charged spark attack. Badge 6 is acquired, baby. Now for some plot stuff. We all know the plot of this game, we've all done it a million times. Team Galactic is, doing some cheeky stuff at the lakes. They're stealing 3 little cheeky monsters, and so we go there to stop them. We take down the Blue Devil at Lake 1 and proceed to Lake 2, where we take down Mars. Now we proceed all the way to the top of the map to take on Gym 7, before we can stop the last Galactic admin at the final lake. This being an Ice-type gym made it very easy, which may surprise you, but since Magnezone knew Steel-type moves and Electivire knew both Fighting-type and Fire-type moves, we're really set. Snova being quad weak to Fire Punch had him gone as quick as he arrived, and in came Sneasel, which I swapped into Magnezone, predicting a dig. I set up Magnet Rise so it couldn't hit us, and then killed it with a Thunderbolt. Next was Medicham, who was kinda scary, but Luxray managed to take it out with a Volt Switch, leading to the final encounter, Abomasnow versus my Electivire. We hit it with a Fire Punch, taking it down in... Nah, I won't do it again. Or will I? And with that, we head out to go help old Landy, who just got his ass kicked by the planet Jupiter. Man cannot catch a break, can he? We head to Team Plasma HQ now and take down Cyrus, and he goes down without an issue at all. We've pretty much rolled him. Now we have the opportunity to free the Lake Guardians and head to the top of Mount Coronet, where we come face to face with the God of Time. First things first though, we gotta take down Cyrus, who's big mad because we stopped his plan. Why? Huh? How could you do this to me? I was going to change the space-time continuum and you stopped me. What? This is not okay. I'm going to destroy everybody. Leading with Honchkrow, you know what happens to that, bro. And out comes Gyarados, who I thought we would be able to one-shot with the Thunderbolt. But Gyarados pulls out an Equate, outspeeding us, and brings us to 1 HP, but we hang on because of Sturdy. Thank God he had Sturdy. I didn't even know he had it, so that's so lucky we live it. We hit him with a Thunderbolt, which doesn't kill him, even though it's quad times effective because he used a freaking Weaken Berry. So we swap into Pachirisu, who I think will outspeed, and he decides to use a Super Potion on it for some reason. So we use Electro Ball, and it just doesn't take it out. I guess its speed is higher than I thought, but on the next turn we outspeed it and take it out. Next up is Weavile, who I elect to Brick Break since 4 times effectiveness with Live Wire. He went for a dig, but luckily it isn't enough to kill us and we take it down. Finally is an evil Chet. No, look what they've done to my boy. But luckily, or unluckily, depends how you look at it, he gets outdone by Razzmataz's Charge Spark combo. Woo, let's go. See you later. Now that Cyrus is out of the way, it's time to take on Dialga. And since he isn't an electric type, we can't just catch it in our Master Ball. So we have to kill it. Luckily for us though, Roar of Time isn't strong enough to take down Electivire, and so we're able to take it down with a few Brick Breaks. Killing a god with some karate chops. Mr. Miyagi would be very proud. And also, yes, I know we could have ran from it, but I want the EXP. I'm a goddamn EXP goblin.
Oh, you, give me your EXP now.
Now that we've saved the world and whatnot, it's time for our final gym battle. And let me tell you, this fight was nothing compared to what was to come at the league. Hey, it's Minato! Finally, I was talking about you so long ago, but now you're finally here. We snap Minato out of his depression and pick up a Thunderstone to evolve Pikachu into Raichu. We then outfit all of our Pokemon with sick electric steels, so when they come into battle, they have sick entrances. Now, finally, Electric Man vs. Electric Man. Monolock style. He leads with his Raichu, and I lead with mine. We both surf spam each other until he swaps into Ambipom. This dude, I'm scared of, so I build up some double teams and pray for big dodges. We dodge 2 attacks back to back, and I take it down using Thunderbolt. Raichu coming back out now, I swap into Electivire. He continues to surf War, but we take it down with a Psychic. Who's next to battle? Well, that'd be Artillery v Magnezone. Not a problem though, and it goes down. And out comes Luxray, which we don't have a lot to use against. And after 2 tri-attacks, we drop it to red. I swap into Razzmatazz, the clearly superior Luxray, and take it down with 1 final bite, earning us our final gym badge. All that was left was Victory Road and the Elite Four. Okay guys, this is a real question. Look, holding a ball behind her back. Ball behind her back. Where did it go? Where did she store it? She's not wearing enough clothes to store it anywhere. So, explain to me where it do be, then. Keeping in mind, there is a huge level gap between this gym and Cynthia's mods, so we had to do a lot of grinding before we could take it on. But before we could, Andy decides he wants one more go at beating me, and this was his best attempt yet. He had a decently built team with a Staraptor, Heracross, Snorlax, Roserade, Rapidash, and Empoleon. All of which, though, I had an answer. Pachirisu takes down Staraptor with Electro Ball. Electivire takes down Snorlax with a Brick Break. Raichu takes down Rapidash with a Surf. Electivire takes down Roserade and Heracross with Fire Punch. And then finally finishes off Empoleon with a Thunder Punch. And with that, we've conquered everything up to the Elite Four. All of the easy stuff, sadly. Even though that was quite difficult, we've made it at least to the Elite Four now, and our real challenge begins. And up first was the Bug Specialist. Man, I hate Bug Specialists. They cringe, man. He leads with the Dustox, who gets killed with a Fire Punch. Next out is Heracross, who has Earthquake, so I try to take it out before it can use it, but we don't deal enough damage, and we get E-Quaked. Barely holding on. We take it down next turn though, and then we take down the next two mons. And we're left with Drapion. He had Earthquake as well, which was our main problem. But like all other ground problems, the Magnet Rise came in very clutch, paired with the Sturdy. Magnezones lives the EQ with the Sturdy, and I heal it up now and hit with a Thunderbolt to take it down. 1 Elite Four member down, 3 to go. Bertha was my most anticipated fight out of the whole Elite Four because of her typing. Well, besides Cynthia, who, let's be real, is going to be the real challenge here. Alas, let's get into it. And here the run ends. No, it does not! It will not end here. I promise you that solemnly and swearingly. We will make this. The Magnet Rise strat is the way to go, I'm telling y'all. Idiot. And then we just try attack to win. Indeed we do. Quagsire goes down and out comes Golem. You guessed it, we set up a Magnet Rise and then flash him with Magnezone. Flash Cannon, I mean. We do the same to Sudowoodo next, and then out comes Wishcash. We keep repeating the strat, we set up the Rise and then take it out with the tries. Finally, for Hippowdon. Chat thinks I should swap into Pachirisu, who knows Grass Knot, to finish Hippowdon, since it's super heavy. But I'm kinda nervous, but I do it anyway. Grass Knot to kill! Come on! Get those nose... oh no, grass in his nose didn't kill him. Grass in the nose did not do enough. It doesn't kill! But luckily, Pachi dodges, meaning we can take it down next turn. Very clutch. 2 out of 4, let's do some more. Alright! Flinty McFlintingson, Minecraft Flint and Steel, Afro Head, Clown, Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons, you're going down. Sideshow Bob here is a Fire-type specialist that only has 3 Fire types on his team. Weird. Luckily, however, we have some decent coverage for his whole team. First up is Rapidash, and I decided to build up my evasion, and then after 2 surfs, it goes down. Next up is the runner-up to Gardevoir, Lopunny. Are you... oh my fucking god. I can't believe I've caught you doing this. We've spoken about this. You guys are not doing this shit again. No. If I catch you doing this shit again, so help me God. Luckily for me, and unfortunately for you, Lopunny goes down after a couple of Thunderbolts, bringing out Steelix, who is washed away. Drifblim goes down to a Thunder Punch, and out comes the ace, Infernape. I leave Electivire in as he knows Psychic, expecting this to one-shot. I'm pretty confident, but turns out he outspeeds us and also has a Focus Sash, which lets him live the one-shot. I don't know why I didn't expect to heal, but he did, and I switched into Razzmatazz anyway. This lowered his attack stat, which let us survive a few hits and get off 2 Sparks to kill. Uno, dos, tres, that leaves Quattro. Let's go. Leading with Mr. Mime, chat reminded me that in this generation, Mr. Mime was in fact a fairy type, meaning we could just straight up flash cannon him. And so we go for it. Sadly, he sets up a light stream before we can, and doesn't allow us to do any major damage. Luckily though, he's just using Psychic on us, and it's not really doing much. So we whittle away his health, and after a few more cannons, he goes down. Oh, what do we have here? A Medicham that knows high jump kick, huh? I know. I'll go for a Hyper Fang, take him down to half health, and then it will miss its attack and kill itself. It actually does. Next up, Lord of the Spoons get crunched to death, and Grapharig too. Finally is Bronzor, who doesn't go down without a fight. It knows E-Quake as well, and as you know, when we come up against something that has E-Quake, we do one thing. And that is enter a stall loop battle of Try Attack Heal Magnet Rise, which takes us about 4 minutes to get through, but eventually, it falls. And this brings us to the champion, with 0 mons lost and a fully healthy and capable team at our disposal. We've come so far from our starter Razzmatazz, who's a big Lux right now, King of Gyms Electrified, Sprinkle who made us all laugh, Raichu who loved his waves, and who could forget the Big Zone, who dealt with all our ground needs. But it is time to bring my first ever monologue to an end. First up is Spiritomb versus Raichu. The strat here is to build up some double teams, to raise evasiveness and then take it down with a Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, things do not go to plan, and what ends up happening is getting a little bit of damage in with Raichu and then Spiritomb dealing a fatal blow, before the battle even really begun. Electivire wants revenge now, and so do I. Switching in, we take it down to red twice, and she heals it back up, and on the third time she swaps out to Gastrid, which my Thunder Punch has no effect on. So I swap into Sprinkle. Thankfully, Sprinkle dodges the E-Quake waiting for it. Using Grass Knot now, we take it to red, and Pachi hangs on with just 1 HP, allowing us to take it down next turn. Roserade out now, we send in Electivire to Fire Punch it. We tank its attack, living in red, and hit it with the Fire Punch, which barely doesn't kill it. And something I didn't account for was that Roserade had poison, which did enough poison damage to us to take out Live Wire. No! Live Wire! Why? Razzmatazz now seeks vengeance for 2, and manages to take down both Roserade and the Spiritomb, all while boosting its special defense with a couple of charges. Melodic out now, we continue with Luxray, who is so bulky at this point, only one thing could stop him. We take out Melodic, all while making her use yet another full restore. Lucario out now, we take it out, pretty easy going, with our special defense being this high. Aura Sphere does absolutely nothing to us, and we take it down. Finally, the Mon of all Mons, Mr. Max EVs and all, has shown his sharky head. Sadly, I knew the fate that was about to befall our remaining Mons. We try to deal a little damage with Razzmatazz, but he goes down before he could even land a hit. You did your job well, Razzie. We send in Pachi next, who is next to fall. Somehow Garchomp outspeeds our Speed EV nature boosted Pachi and E-Quakes it, leaving us with 1 Pokemon each. Now if we've learnt anything over this run, it's how valuable a Magnet Rise can be. In comes Magnezone now, who sets up and we go for Flash Cannon, praying for some special defense drops. We get it to drop to very low yellow and get a special defense drop. She heals it back up to full, but it was too late. Now only 2 Flash Cannons will be enough to kill. And with that, we get 1 Flash Cannon in, and then... Okay, Flash Cannon to win. Don't crit, don't crit. 10 HP left. Come on! Hit it with a... Yes! Woo! Oh! Yes! 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 Now I'm the most powerful of all the trainers. That's right! Newest champion. Hey, Prism! You did big, my girl. Razzmatazz, you've been with us since the start. Our starter. Sprinkle! Oh, you adorable Frosting. Magneto, the one that took it all home. Let's go. And Livewire, ruler of the gym challenge. He really was. And of course, us in our electric drift. Let's go. Yeah! Let's go! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Hey! And that is the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Electric Monolock Nuzlocke complete. You made it to the end of the video, so welcome. I guess in a couple of days time when this video uploads, we'll be live streaming Legends Arceus, and there will be also a 100 hours in Legends Arceus video coming as soon as I get my hands on it, which is on release day. I'm not fortunate enough to know someone to get a physical copy early, but yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make. It was a long journey, a long road, and yeah, if you're not following the Twitch, come on over. It'll be a lot of fun. Legends Arceus release week will be a lot of fun. Oh, fuck no. No.
Is that EXP I smell? Gimme!